Hey folks, just thought I would do a little bit of a recap here. The last time you tuned in, we actually just left Madagascar and we were leaving the coast on our way to I think it's Mauritius um, island here in the Indian Ocean. As we go ahead and we're gonna, I commented that we're gonna be making some island hopping as we go to Southeast Asia. But I just wanted to rewind a bit for some of you who may have tuned in. This is, I call it the world tour because it kind of started just as a fun way to have a purpose of flying. So I've kind of been role playing with the family, kind of thinking where we go, what we're going to do. We visit places along the way. It's not just about the flying, it's about, imagining visiting cool places. So that's kind of what it is. And I started recording around the time we were in, Central Africa here. Because I decided it'd be fun to have a, adventure log, if you would, along the way. But this actually started earlier, right? I hit Africa a while back. We went through Western Europe here. We made some really cool crossings over, through Iceland and then going around Greenland. Some footage that I didn't get, unfortunately, but the adventures are there in my mind. And then it all started in Southeast Michigan, near an area where I live, and I just wanted to take off from a small airport, not one of the major ones. So just sort of picked one and started our adventure. So this is kind of the world tour, and I mean, from a grand scheme of things, where do I intend to go? I don't entirely know yet, because you'll see as I got to Africa, I didn't really intend to go beeline it back west over here. I just realized I really wanted to visit, some of this really cool desert that we did get some footage of. The intent, though, is I want to go zigzagging across the entire planet. And this is going to take obviously months and months and months. But so my idea is to island hop up through these islands here, you know, landing up in India and then heading over to Southeast Asia. I thought we'd, I don't know, maybe go through Singapore, Indonesia, definitely do a tour of Australia, come back up through Papua New Guinea, probably, the Philippines, hit maybe the eastern coast of China here as we head up through Mongolia and even Russia. And then when we cross over and come back to Alaska, might make a North Pole. I don't know. We'll do. Anyways, as we head across to Alaska, I'm not just going to head home. I'm going to be going along this western coastal part of the United States into Mexico, into Central America, Western South America. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I think it's cool. And then as we head up, before we come up the eastern coast of South America, and again, some island hopping before we actually do land back at home, I still do want to hit Antarctica. And there are some very feasible bases here. Okay, the Earth just went crazy. Well, the Earth is kind of going crazy, but oh my goodness. Okay, let me correct myself here. There are some feasible places here to land in Antarctica because I would just love to maybe hit some of these and McMurdo stations over here, right? I'd love to visit Antarctica a little bit too as we go back up. So that's kind of the goal. It's just this role playing adventure as we go across the Earth, and it's not just about the destinations. As I head to Mauritius Island, come on, Google, you could do this. Some of the things that I saw was really cool. Like there's supposedly this underwater, well, it's not really a waterfall, it's just optical illusion. But I guess there's this underwater waterfall, they call it, where the currents meet and you can kind of just see it. And there's great, national parks here. So again, the idea is where are we going to go? So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a background. The footage on this landing is coming up soon. Probably have that out today. And then we're going to continue our crossing. By far, I've been hinting towards it, but this jump here, there's just nothing here, folks. This jump here between Plain Coral and Diego Garcia is is doable. It's just really, really pushing the maximum distance of my Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. Thankfully, I carry around 2,200 pounds of fuel, and I can get into cruise pretty efficiently. But nonetheless, that is going to be the longest we've ever covered, and probably not that exciting. Um, but landing will be exciting because we'll finally be there. So we got one more jump here, and as we check out this island over here before we make the crazy one, and we continue our adventure. So this is kind of just what we're doing. I'm tracking this as I go. Um, and sometimes I'll talk about some of the things we see along the way. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. So stay tuned. We have our landing coming soon. That was a cool flight. We finished up last night, and then tonight I'm just going to put some stuff together to get that footage out there. So thanks for flying with me, and this is just a recap, a non-flying recap on what we're doing. Spin the Earth. Cool. All right, folks. Well, thanks, and we'll talk soon.